Hello, traders, and welcome to TradingWithBill.com. I'm Bill. We're in Pattaya, Thailand, and I got to tell you, cloudy skies. Oh yes, cloudy skies. Oh yeah, it's gonna rain. Absolutely, 100%. Good to be with you. It's a Wednesday, October 24th, 2018. Back at the trading desk. So, what'd you think about yesterday? We looked at charts and stuff, and like price action was there, but wow, it wasn't easy. Yeah, I didn't take any trades. The New York session was unbelievable. Trading options and that was pretty interesting. However, my eyeballs didn't last very long. I got to be honest with you. I made it about 56 minutes. Yeah, I had to bail out of that one. That was a goner. So, big day today in sports. For those of you who are sports people, the World Series starts. Well, it just started, in fact. Baseball end of season championship series just started, and we're excited to be watching that in Thailand. All right, what's going on in the markets? Enough with that. No rants today. I have nothing to complain about. Everything's good. Everybody's okay. Coffee is still here. Still got the coffee going. Yeah, up too early, 4:30. Crazy. Nobody's off today. We got an FOMC person speaking. Let's see what's happening. French market composite PMI, French services PMI, German manufacturing PMI. Manufacturing PMI out of the euro, market composite PMI out of the euro, services PMI out of the euro. So it's just a PMI and a CPI day. Gross mortgage approvals coming out. Let's see. Oh my goodness, what do we got? Manufacturing PMI, market composite out of the States, services PMI, new home sales coming out today. That's going to be an interesting number. You can see this. That previous was 3.5. Now they got it down negative 1.4. Ooh. New home sales for September at 6:30. Okay, we'll see what happens there. Canada has BOC monetary policy statement. Rate statement, they're not going to do nothing. Don't worry about that. It's going to, whoa. They're going to increase rates 25 basis points is forecasted. Wow. Where did that come from? Interesting, huh? That must be all that marijuana they just started selling. Canada is now like the leader in selling marijuana. The whole country, you just go into go to 7-Eleven and just buy a bag of pot. Amazing, isn't it? World's changing. U.S., we have crude oil inventories today, crushing crude oil inventories. And Bank of Canada press conference. That's pretty interesting. Then we got an FOMC guy doing his thing. Chat. What about that? So I did a little bit of, actually I did some reading this morning in our local paper in the financial section about Brexit. I'm still on this Brexit thing because it's really getting interesting. And I guess there's a big vote coming in Parliament in a couple of weeks and stuff. Wow, it's really like fisticuffs in that side of the planet. Yeah, It's interesting though. I got to tell you, it's getting really interesting. It's going to be fun to watch. I don't think it's going to do very well for their Great British Pound currency as far as us traders go. I just keep selling it if I had my choice. It's bearish, right? All right, so let's take a look at what happened in New York while I got it on my mind. Otherwise, I'll forget. So I was in New York yesterday, and the market's just plummeted. Like the market's been in a big sell-off. Everything's selling off. So let me tell you what this is all about now. So New York opens. And it was brought up that basically all the gains from January 1st up to 2 weeks ago, all the gains in the markets has been lost in the last 2 weeks. We're now back even from where we started in January, right? Amazing. Absolutely amazing, right? So we're back to like 26, right? I think, yeah, we're pretty close. 2680 or something like that. So, it's amazing, isn't it? boy, you know there are some people banging their heads against the wall. No, the market's not crashing. Don't listen to those people out there. The market's not crashing. Okay, the markets go up and down. I don't think this is going to be an internal move to the downside, but it's an interesting move to say the least. Oil. Wow, this continued to the downside. It really took a dump yesterday. 68.90 down to 66.31. Yeah, remember, $1 is $1,000. So if you're trading that, look at this. The current candle, which is a green candle right there, is below the 200 exponential moving average. Take note. Underneath the 200 exponential moving average. Let's see if that holds and what happens. Dollar index is at 95.91. It was just above 96 yesterday, so it really hasn't done a lot. As you can see, it's come down a little bit, but not a lot. It hasn't really done anything other than it's an indecision candle here, right? It's a doji here, indecision candle. The wick's bigger than the body, so we'll keep an eye on that. But I wouldn't worry about it. We'll find it 95, 96. You just hang out there, no problem. I bought gold up. Now, when I was in the market at open yesterday, this was green, by the way. This was an up candle. So later on in the day, this apparently had come back down, but gold was up quite significantly at the opening bell of the U.S. session. So here's the VIX. The VIX is at 20. Good. We can talk about, it's coming down. Yeah, okay. As long as it's above 15, as long as it's above 12, the VIX is fine. We're okay with that. The ESs, here we go. This was this big move to the downside. This was at the open. So whatever happened, in the 6 hours that I went to sleep, it actually pulled back. So the ESs did pull back. And now we're currently sitting back up at 27.44. So, it did pull back. It was like 26.80 or 90, somewhere in that. Don't hold me exactly to the same number. And the Euro futures. Let's talk about the Euro futures. What does William say? Just keep selling the Euro. Just keep selling the Euro. Find a good entry. Sell the Euro. What else are you going to do? You're not going to buy it. That's what happened in New York, my friends. Let's do it. Let's get to the charts. There we go. Chart of the day. Look at this little bad boy. Had to come up with something to talk about. So here's our pound yen. The beast. And back in my day it was called the beast. I don't know what they call it, something else now. But this bear has really had a pretty nice down move, right? And it's not that the yen is strong, because the yen really, if you look at the yen is neutral. It's really a neutral pair. It's not strong. It's not it's neutral. It's neutral. But the pound is extremely weak. So what do I want to see happen here? Well, I want this to come back up to 146.50. We're currently at 145.95. Okay, and I want this to come back to 146.50. So I want this to come up almost 57 pips. I want to come back up to this. You can see I put this horizontal line on the chart. That's being resistance. We have the 200 exponential moving average. Great area to sell this, right? Great area to sell this. So why don't we do this? Why don't we do a fib on that? Let's just take a fib here. Boop. So we're basically just going to take this down to this bottom here. We'll take a peek at what happens here. So we basically want this to come up to the, wow. Well, you'd say the 618, but that's too far. So really the 50%. 50% fib, somewhere in that area, I'd be looking to sell this. Now, it's not exactly where we want. That's at 146.40, so it's 10 pips off, and that's okay. But so we're looking for this to pull back to that 50% fib, and we're going to sell it. Now, the question is, well, William, is that going to do it? Is it going to pull back to there? That's the question, right? That means the pound has to get stronger, and the yen has to remain neutral. I don't know if that's going to happen, my friends. We sure haven't seen that in this move, right? Nice little pullback here up to the 55, right? EMA, overshoot. Always expect overshoots. My friends, always expect overshoots. Never say, oh, it's got to come to 154.4, and that's it. No, it's going to overshoot. It's maybe not even make it. And it's a zone. It's an area, right? When we talk about numbers. Yeah, I hope I don't put out the thing that I wait exactly for that number. No, we don't do that, right? It's just an area. So the other option is, well, we can sell it where it is at 145.80. Was a thought, because I think there's a good chance this is just going to continue down to the downside. The only reason I don't, I just think maybe it might pull back is the moving averages are now sideways. They're pointing out sideways. They're not down, right? We don't have angle and separation like this. We have sideways, and it's like this, right? So I'm saying, well, this might bounce here. Maybe. So really, that's off the table, folks. That is off the table. But I think this could continue to the downside. However, if it does that at 145.80, right, you're going to come down to 145.60. You're at a weak support area, which means it's going to break through that pretty easy. There's not a lot left of the chart here. It's going to continue to the downside, and we're going to come down to 145.60. So you only got 20 pips, really, of a trade. That would be your trade plan, hoping it breaks support and it, maybe rattles around a little bit, and then it continues to the downside, right? The optimal trade here, my friends, is we want this to come back up to 146.50 and continue. Right? This is a good pair to trade. There's nothing wrong with the pound yen. It's always been a good pair. Look at this move, right? It's easy. I know you all say, "Oh, William, it's easy. You're sitting there the next day." Yeah, but remember, I trade for a living too. So, but yeah, this was a nice down move, right? And with the pound so weak, what would you expect? I'm sure if you went to the New Zealand pound or the whatever pound pair, you're going to see that the pound is weak, right? And that's a good thing. Remember, we don't care which way it goes, right? As traders, we can have a bias, but we don't care which way it goes. It goes up, goes down, who cares? As long as it does one or the other. Remember, we went through 9 weeks of summertime where it went sideways, right? Hardly any, no price action, right? So we want this to do its thing, right? As long as it's moving, I'm okay with that. What do we want to take? Well, I'm going to show you this because I just wanted to make my point as far as yesterday went, right? So here, look at this. This is yesterday's price action, folks, right? This is yesterday's price action. Horrible, man. Just horrible. You can't do nothing here, right? There's nothing to do here. So, if you take this, we're going to move this down here. That's right, and we're going to move this, right? I would use this as your next resistance level right there. Right, so of course you'd want to pull back, right? You're going to take profits down here, right? Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good, but the only good thing here is it's come down to the support on this euro dollar, and this might be an opportunity to buy, right? But this is a lot of junk here. Look at these EMAs. They're all coming together now. And do you want to mess with that? I don't vote for that. I say leave it alone. It's got to really do something. Maybe even a trend line. What do you think about that? Right? Maybe a trend line. Maybe get something like this. See, I really can't even get... Well, that's a crappy trend line. I got to be honest with you. That's a trend line, but I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. So it's a two-touch trend line, but I stay on my support level, and I think that's valid, right? No, let's get rid of that. Yeah, we'll give it. That trend line's not worthless. Worthless. And good, it's worthless. Let's take a look at the Aussie. Let's take a look at the Aussie. Sorry, I was peeking at the baseball game. Sorry, I cheated a little bit. I like this. Okay? So we broke out of here. The price action is riding the 10 EMA, this magenta line, right? It's riding 10 EMA. It's coming back down. It's retesting this support area. I like it. I like it. Now, I don't necessarily like entering that trade at this 200, though. Because you're coming back into a lot of junk again, right? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't, I know that's probably the correct thing to do. But why can't we come up to this level here, which I think is a significant level? right? And we can sell this bad boy from here. I know what you're all saying. You're saying, William, do you really think this is going to come back up to 71.36 on the Aussie dollar? I don't know. But I'd rather sell it from there than sell it from the 200. And you got a lot of data coming out, right? Remember, this is a commodity pair, so you got to be careful of that, right? However, I am open to both. I like the 7,100. I just realized that, by the way. We got a 7,100 right here. Whole number at the 200. That's probably what's going to happen. I would say most likely at the 200, if it gets up there, it's going to falter down. It's going to continue to back to the downside. And that's okay. We'll take it down to 70.60. You'll make 40 pips. Right? It'll come down to 70.60. Right? Right? Take it down to there. Boom. Take down this. Right? And we'll just kick that right in the butt right there. Boom. There. All right? And we're going to take that back to the upside. Okay? While we're on the Aussie, I want to put a thank you. I think it was Daryl was his name. But anyhow, he made a really nice comment to me yesterday reference the time changes. And I did not know that there's actually different states. There's one state in Australia that does not change their time zone. However, he said his does. And he didn't like it either. But thanks. It was really good to hear from you, and thanks for the nice comments about my videos. Thank you so much. So that is what my plan is on the Aussie dollar. Let's take a look at the pound. What's going on with this? Well, this looks pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't like this either, right? Well, it's support. Folks, we're not going to sell at support, right? We're not going to sell at support. So we need this to pull back up to this 30.85 area. Yeah, this is yesterday, right? I haven't touched this chart today. So, this has really, again, yesterday was not, I thought yesterday was going to be better, to be honest with you. This is yesterday's price action. One big bump there, and that was it. This is it, right? Horrible. 2 days right there. No price action here. This has to pull back up. And I don't see that happening in the near future. I see it breaking support, retesting it, and maybe at 29.50 or 29.45 we can get in at that point. But I don't know. We'll see what happens here. All these EMAs together, the EMAs are crossing each other and stuff like that. This is like, woo, whoa, hey. We're not going to do nothing here. Nothing. Yeah. Bad pound dollar. Bad pound dollar, right? Bad pound dollar. Let's look at the... I don't think there's much going on, but let's take a look at our Kiwi. So here's our Kiwi. So again, wow, I'm just beating myself against the wall here, right? Look at this is yesterday's price action. Right? Just nothing. You remember this? We talked about this? This came back down, came back up. We wanted to trade this. Remember I talked about this coming down, breaking this 55 and just tanked. Talked about this earlier in the week. And here we are now. Here we are sitting here. Maybe it was last week. What day was that? Monday. So here we are here, and yeah, there's nothing to do here. There's just nothing to do. I know we're here to make pips, and I know we're here to make profit, but don't enter trades because you think it might. We know we're not going to trade this. This is not even an option here, right? This is an option, right? Let this pull back. Give us something, right? Let this pull back, My take profit area is still the same, right? And listen, I'm more bearish in the Kiwi than probably anybody. I've been for years. The Kiwi has been very good to William, right? I like that. You can do a break of that trend line, but you're going to get in at 65.40 and at 65.30 you got this support, which is weak. I will say this is weak line here. Probably can get through it, but you're going to have to get to break even pretty quick, right? But if it breaks it, I would reassess. But that's not the trade we want, folks. I'm talking about it, but that's not what we want. We want up here, right? We want here, in here somewhere, right? The 200 is going to put you in at 56. You're going to get out at 30. You know, there's nothing here. No. We've got to get something. It's either got to break through this and just, you know, tank to the downside, and then, you know, we can do something, or it's got to pull back. Even the 200, I'm not trading it from the 200. It's got to move up. It's got to come up to, you know, 65.80. All right, let's make a plan here. 65.80. Right. All right, there we go. Bing. Right, let's go. There we go. Right, and we'll take this to the downside. That to me looks doable. Traders, that's it for me. I've been yakking way too long. Traders, thanks for being with me. We'll see you tomorrow morning in Asia. I can guarantee you that. Traders, always remember to trade smart, not hard. And what's more important than anything? Let's have a little bit of fun. Traders, thank you for your support. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care now. Bye-bye.